So guys, this is the day 7 of our webinar and today we will be discussing about your social engineering. We will be discussing about the social engineering techniques over here. We will be discussing about your phishing, how to recognize them, how to report them. So when we are talking about your social engineering, right? Social engineering is what? It is an art to convince the people to tell us their credentials, their confidential information over there, right? So it will be relying on our human interaction, their psychological manipulation, rather than performing exploits over there, right? Because we humans, we are considered as the most weakest link in the organization. Right. So when we are talking about the social engineering, we are having the principles of your social engineering over here. Okay. So and the very first, we are having your liking. Then we are having your social proof, the authority, and your intimidation. Then after that, we are having our scarcity or urgency. Okay. So in the very first, we are having the liking, right? So some peoples they will be having some sort of natural charisma over there, right? Which will be allowing them to contact some other people or to make other people to perform their actions over there, right? So over here, it is one of the basic tool or a techniques we are having for the social engineer over there, right? So inside this, what will be happening is the attackers, right? They will be having their own charisma, right? They will be having their charm, right? And they will be making people feel comfortable and trustable around them, right? For that, they can act like their old friend or a colleague over there, right? Which will be making it very much easier for them to convince them to do the things that they might otherwise not do over there, right? So over there, like the attackers, they can approach you like a receptionist, right? At your company, right? And over there, what he will be doing is he will be introducing himself as a new employee, right? He will be introducing you as a new employee over there. Now, over there, what he can do is like receptionist attacker, right? So let's say the attacker he will be coming inside our company and over there he will be approaching to this receptionist over there, right? And over here our attacker he will be trying to look like a old guy, right? Or he will be looking like that he is a new guy over there inside the company. He doesn't know anything about that company, right? So for that, what he will be doing is he will be approaching this receptionist and he will be acting very friendly. He will be acting very confident over there, right? And by doing that, maybe he will be able to bypass this security measure we are having, right? Our receptionist, our security guards over there, and might be he will be able to get the access of that particular building. So that is what we are having your liking, and which the attackers they will be using their charisma, their charm to make people feel comfortable around them. Then we are having your social proof, right? So that is a one normal behavior, right? What we will be doing is first we will be looking into the reviews, we will be looking the feedback about that particular product, right? After that we are going to purchase it, right? So in this what the attacker will be doing is he will be creating some sense of urgency over there, right? He will be making some sense of urgency over there, and after that he will be making that particular victim fall for his trap, right? So inside this what he can do is, let's say he will be creating a fake website, right? A fake e-commerce website over here, right? So inside this he will be adding some products, and he will be adding some ratings. Like let's say this one is having the 5-star rating, this one is having your 1-star rating, right? And let's say it is having your 3-star rating over here, right? So these two products, they are having the very good reviews over there, very good feedbacks over there, right? So after that, what that victim will be doing is he will be looking for this product, and then he will be getting the idea. Oh, this product is a legitimate one. This website is legitimate one because the peoples they are purchasing from there, right? And they are also giving the feedbacks, right? So after that, what he will be doing is, depending upon this false information, he is also going to purchase it. But this is a fake e-commerce website, so it will be like a fraud, right? The money will be deducted, but he won't be receiving any order from this e-commerce website over here, right? So over here, the attackers, they will be taking the advantage of our desire to fit in by making us feel like whatever thing we are doing or whatever thing the other peoples are doing over there, it is right, right? And since all are doing over there, right? So we will be also doing the same thing, right? So that is what we are having your social proof, right? We will be depending upon your other peoples. Whatever thing the other peoples are doing, we are also going to follow them. Then we are having your authority and the intimidation, right? This is also a social engineering, right? So in the social engineering, what the people will be doing is they will be making you the feel, right? Like those persons are having the authority, right? And if the peoples they will be having the authority, so as a normal human behavior, we won't be able to deny their request, right? Like if the attacker will be calling us and they will be impersonating as a police officer, right? They will be saying that you have done this thing over there, and you have to pay this money for fine, right? So over there we will be getting feared, right? And we are going to pay that amount of money to them, but that will be the attacker over there, right? So for that, what the attacker will be doing is they will be having some intimidating language, right? So that they can make that particular target feel like that he is actually communicating with a person who is having authority over there. He is the real person over there, right? So that is what we are having your authority and your intimidation. So whenever if you will be receiving any call, something like this, right? Or anyone will be asking your credentials like this, right? So you have to ask him directly, like, why do you need my this information over here, and where you are going to use it. Depending upon his reply, you will be giving him or you will be denying his request over there. Then after this, we are having your scarcity and your urgency. So have you guys ever received mail or the SMS which is saying like limited time offer? Like we were having a Black Friday sale, right? So in this, what will be happening is, let's say inside this Black Friday sale, we are finding our favorite brand, like let's say Spuma over here, right? So in this, what we will be doing is we will be finding a message which will be saying that it is having the limited time offer, and inside this we are getting your 87% off, right? So over here, along with this, they will be also adding a note which will be also saying that only 6 products are left, right? So what we will be doing is we will be quickly clicking on these links which we will be getting inside our mail, inside our messages, to purchase this thing because of this scarcity, right? Along with that, in many attacks, right, the attackers they will be also showing you the urgency over there, right? Like the attackers, they are impersonating over there, right? And later on, what they will be doing is they will be messaging you, they will be sending you a mail over there, right? Or they will be calling you, right? And that what they will be doing saying is that they are having some sort of urgency, they are present in your hospital and they need this amount of money, right? And if our family friends, our family members, our loving ones, right, they will be asking for some amount of money, right? So we are not going to deny their request, right? We are not even going to think twice over there before paying them money. So that is what we are having your scarcity and urgency. So what do we have to do? We have to understand all these, you can say, techniques of their social engineering over here. We have to be aware about the scams which can happen to us, right? We have to protect ourselves from falling victim to these attacks we are having. Then after this, we are having the phases of your social engineering attack. Okay, so over here, the attackers they can follow this four-step cycle, right? And depending upon that, they will be carrying their social engineering attack over there. Right. So in the very first, we are having your information gathering, in which the attacker they are going to gather the information about the victim, about you over there. Right. So for that, they can use social media, the public records, or even just they can have a casual conversation to learn about your interest, your habits, your hobbies, your work life, right? So the more they will be getting to know about you, the more it will be easier for them to manipulate you, right? So for that, the attacker they can look into the social media account over there, right? And after that, they will be getting the idea like where you are working, what kind of projects you are involved in, right? What kind of music do you like over there, and all things, right? So over here, that is whatever information gathering. Along with that, they will be also gathering the information like how much you are aware about this cybersecurity, the social engineering over here, right? After that, we are having a developing the relationship. So once the attackers they have gathered the information about you, right? Then they will be trying to build a relationship with you, right? For that, they can pretend to be your friend over there, right? Your colleague over there, right? Or some representative over there, right? So over there, what they want to do is they want to gain your trust, right? For that, they will be becoming a helpful person, a friendly or a very understandable person over there, right? So that is what we are having. You're developing the relationship. Like if let's say if we are going to our office, right, and in our metro we are finding a person, right, who is waving at us, right? So in the very first we are going to ignore him, but let's say this behavior it will be continuously going for some weeks, right? So after that we will be also waving him back, right? We will be, you can say, later on becoming good friends. So that is what we are having your developing relationship over here. Then we are having your exploitation, right? So once the attackers they have your trust, right? They are going to exploit, right? They are going to exploit it over there, right? So for that, let's say the attacker, right? He was pretending to be a friend, but now he's pretending to be your best friend, right? You're thinking that he's your best friend, but actually he's having some different motives, right? So our friends, they know each and everything about us, right? Even our friends, they will be also having a good idea about our mobile's passwords, our laptop's password, or even they are also having the information about our card information, your ATM card information over there, right? So once the attackers they have built the trust with you, right? What they will be doing is they are going to exploit it, right? So for that, what will be happening is, let's say they will be sending you a link, right? And they will be asking you to click on it, right? But over there, if you will be clicking on that link, right, it is going to steal some sensitive information, right? Or even it can install some malware inside your system. But since this was the request from your friend, right, so you are not going to deny it, you are going to click on that link, right? After this we are having your execution, right? So after that, the attackers they have gathered the information about you, right? After that, they will be performing their attacks, right? They will be trying to reach their ultimate goal, right? So after that, they can steal our money, they can steal our identity, right? Or even they can simply install a malware inside our system to take the full control of our system over there, right? So that is what we are having your execution over here. Now, to protect ourselves from all these, you can say, social engineering phases, what we have to do, we have to be skeptical about the emails which we are receiving, right? The unexpected emails, especially, right? The phone calls, the text messages, and we do not have to click on these sort of links, right? Or we do not have to open or download the attachments which we are receiving from your unknown senders. We have to be careful about sharing the personal information and the online, right? We have to use the strong passwords, the two-factor authentication for our online accounts over there. Okay, so over there, what was happening is like what we are doing is we are uploading lots of things about us, right, into the social media account, right? So if we will be uploading each and everything about us, right, then the attackers, what they will be doing is they will be trying to become our friend, right? And for that, what we will be doing is we are going to accept their friend request, and later on they are going to get each and every single information about us, right? So the peoples, what they are doing is they are posting like their certificates, right, that they have just you can say done their graduation over there, right? For that, what they will be doing is they will be also uh, showing the result, right? They will be also giving lots of information about them, right? Like their date of birth, right? And they will be celebrating their birthday, right? So later on, what the attacker will be doing is, let's say if they want to attack on that particular person, right? So now, after that, they will be having all those information, right? Since they are having the information about their date of birth, right? They are having the information about their graduation degree, right? And from the graduation degree, they will be also able to gather the information about the number we are having inside it, right? They will be also able to gather the different information from there, right? So later on, the attackers, they can impersonate Canis, right? They can impersonate over there like us over there, right? So let's say this is a victim we are having, right? And this particular victim is sharing each and every single thing about him into the internet. Now, let's say the attacker, he has to gather the information about him, right? What he will be doing is simply he will be connecting inside his social media account, and from there he will be getting each and every knowledge about him, right? So over there, what we have to do is we have to think, right? We have to think before actually posting anything inside the social media or the online accounts we are having. Then we are having this phishing. So when we are talking about this phishing, right? So in the phishing, the attacker, they will be sending you a fraudulent message, right? Which is being designed to trick a person, right? Into revealing his sensitive information, his credentials, or to deploy your malicious software inside their program, right? So that is what we are having your phishing over here, right? So inside this phishing, right, the attackers, they will be relying like in the email phishing over here, right? The attackers, they will be relying on your emails, right? They will be relying on the emails over there, and inside that they can add these fake links, or they can add some attachments. If you will be clicking on the attachments or you will be clicking on the links, right, they will be directing you to some fake websites over there, right, where you will be giving your credential and your credential will be shared with the attacker. Now let's say we are having this email over here, right? It is saying that we have received notice that you have recently attempted to withdraw the following amount from your checking account while in other country, right? If this information is correct, someone unknown may have access to your account. As a safety measure, please visit our website via link below to verify your personal information, right? So over here, if the victim will be clicking on this link, right, it will be taking him to a site, right? It will be taking him to a site which will be looking like a real, right, which will be looking like this real bank website, right? For that, he will be trying to log in, right? And his credential, it will be shared with the attacker because this is a fake website created by our attacker over here, right? So that is what we are having your phishing, right? So over there, what we have to check, we have to look for the unexpected emails who are requesting for our sensitive information. We have to look for the misspelled URLs over there, right? We have to also look for these generic greetings over there, right? So many a time what will be happening is we will be finding some grammatical mistakes inside these emails. Like let's say you guys are receiving an email from the bank, right? So the mail inside it will be having lots of grammatical mistakes, right? But the mails which we are receiving from our banks, right, they are not having any grammatical mistake, right? So it can be also assigned that it is a fake, right, or a phishing mail over there. Then after this, we are having your phishing. Okay, so have you guys ever received any call, right, who is claiming that they are calling from some banks, right? And they are requesting for your credentials over there, right? Or have you guys received any call which will be claiming that they are calling from your KBC and they will be saying that you have won this much amount of money over there, right? So these are the fake calls we are having. So phishing is what your voice over phishing, right? So inside this, what the attacker will be doing is they will be performing this phishing over the voice call, right? So in that they will be claiming that they are talking from your bank, right? Or they will be saying that you have won this much amount of money in your KBC, right? And after that, they will be asking for some credentials, right? They are going to ask for your credentials over there. They will be asking for your bank details so that they can transfer the money, right? Along with that, they are very calmly, right? They are telling us all those informations over there, right? Like they will be saying that we will be deducting this much amount of money as a brokerage, like the 10%, right? So over there, they are going to win our trust, and once we will be sending them our credentials, right? Then after that, the attackers they will be able to steal our money which we are having inside of our account, right? Because what we are doing is we are giving them the information, right? Along with that, what we are doing, we are also many a time we are also telling them the OTP, right? So what we have to do, we do not have to share the OTPs, right? We do not have to share the credentials over there with them, right? So that is what we are having your wishing, right? And nowadays the attackers they are also using your AI over there, right? So with the help of these AI, what we can do, we can mimic our voice, right? So and that what will be happening is, let's say I'm receiving any call, right, which is having a voice like your Amitabh Bachchan, right? So maybe over there I will be feeling that I'm really receiving any call from your KBC, right? And I'm going to tell them the credentials, right? So that is what we are having your wishing, right? So inside that what we have to do is we have to look for your unknown calls, right? The caller IDs over there, right? We have to pay attention to their caller ID information, right? Such as whether that particular number is your familiar or not, right? Or we will be looking if any number, right? Any, you can say number over there, right? It is having some different characters, right? Because the attackers, they are what they are doing is they are altering their caller ID details, right? And for that, they can also perform the caller ID spoofing, right? They will be giving us like the urgents or the threatening scenarios that they are calling from the police station over there, right? Like previously, what happened over there is a lady from your Bangalore, right? She received a call over there, right? And the attackers, they are saying that they're calling from this police station over there, right? And then they were saying that your vehicle, right, it has been included in some criminal activities over there, right? So what you have to do, you have to pay this amount of fine over there, you have to come over here, right? But that particular, you can say, lady over here, right, she was getting feared, right? And after that, what the attackers, what they were doing is they were asking for the money, right? Then this lady, she sent the money to the attacker, right? So that is what we are having your wishing, right? So these are some points which we have to look over there whenever we are receiving any these kinds of call. After this, we are having your smishing, right? So smishing means to say that the attackers, they will be performing your phishing over the SMS, over your text messages, right? And the best thing about your smishing over here is our firewalls, our antivirus, they are not going to detect them, right? So over there we will be receiving a message like this, and then they will be also giving us the link. If you will be clicking in this link, what will be happening is you will be getting directed inside this banking website, right? Over there you will be trying to log in, you will be putting your credentials, and then it will be shared with the attacker over there, right? That is what we are having your smishing over here, right? You're phishing over the text messages. Okay, so over here, as you can see, we are finding this link, right? And I will be clicking on it, right? So after that, what will be happening is, right? Any person who will be clicking in this link, right? He is going to fall for it, right? And what it will be doing is, it is going to click the pictures over here, right? And later on, it will be forwarding the attacker. He will be having the access of our camera, right? And he will be able to see all the things over there. So let me show you the pictures which this link has just sent it back to me as an attacker. Is it looking same? The same thing over here which we are having in this screen, right? So just by doing a single click on this link, right, what it is doing is it is giving the access of our camera to the attacker, right? He can see all the things which we are doing over there, right? He can get the access of our mobile phone, he can see the details, he can see our location over there, he can access our gallery, our data we are having inside the link. If we will be clicking on these links over here, your suspicious links, right? So whenever we will be finding any link, right, whenever we will be finding any link, what we have to do is we have to hover above these, the different things we are getting, right? So whenever I'm hovering over these things and the bottom of this page, right, you can see I'm getting the URL. Like if I will be clicking on this fashion over here, then where it is going to take me, right? So that is what we are having your smashing. Then after this we are having a spear phishing. So in the spear phishing, what will be happening is the attacker, right? They will be focusing on a single person, right? They will be having an individual target or a particular group of people inside the organization over there, right? So it is a targeted attack, right, towards some individuals or some particular group of peoples over there. right? So in this attack, what the attacker will be doing is they will be tailoring, right? They will be creating their messages, right, to exploit the interest, the position, or the relationships of their chosen targets, right? For that, the attackers they will be investing a pretty good amount of time over there and gathering the information about the target, right? For that, they can study, right, our social media profile. They can look for our public record, right? Or they can exploit our leak data to create a personalized message, a convincing message over there, right? And for that, generally the attacker they are using your email spoofing techniques, right, to make their message appear to be coming from the trusted source over there, like their colleagues, their supervisors, their reputable organization over there, right? So that is what we are having as spear phishing over here. After this, we are having whaling. Okay, so in the whaling, the attacker they will be targeting the most powerful people in the organization, right? Like we are having the CEOs, right? So for that, they will be looking for our top executives, the high profile peoples we are having inside the organization, right? So inside these attacks, what the attacker will be doing is they will be creating impersonation over there, right? They will be sending us the deceptive emails, right? So that is what we are having your whaling. Like over here, all are what these all are the employees we are having, but this one is the executive, right? So in this whaling, what the attacker will be doing is they are going to target this executive over here, right? So in this, what we have to do is, right? So as an attacker, he is going to impersonate as the top executive over there, right? He will be impersonating as the top executive, right? And after that, there will be also the attacker, they will be also performing the same thing which our top executive will be doing, right? For that, they will be copying their communication style, right? They will be copying the way they type their messages over there, all the things, right? So we will be having the confirmation that with whom we are talking, he's our, you can say, CEO over there, he is the top executive we are having, right? So that is what we are having here, whaling. Then we are having a dumpster diving, right? So in the dumpster diving, what the attacker will be doing is they will be looking for the dumps, right? So have you guys ever done like whenever we are having some important work, what we will be doing is we will be writing the information about it like in a paper, right? So over here, let's say you guys are working as a key account manager. An organization, you guys are working as a key account manager over here, right? So inside this, you will be like some of your colleagues, they will be coming to you, right? Your subordinates, they will be coming to you and they will be asking that this particular user, right, he is having some problem with his account, right? So what you will be doing is you will be taking the credential of that particular user over here from your colleague, right? And then you are going to verify like what sort of problem that user is facing inside his account, right? And for that you will be writing it in a paper, right? Now your work is done, you will be lefting your table over there, right? And what you are doing is you are not crushing this paper, right? You are not removing this credential. So the attacker simply he will be coming to your desk and from there he will be able to find this credential, this confidential information over here, right? So that is what we are having your dumpster diving, right? That is why in the organization we are having your shredders, your paper shredders, right? So that whatever confidential data we are having in the physical copy, we will be able to shred them, right? So no one will be able to find all those information. Along with that, whenever we are receiving any delivery, right? Inside that, we will be having our details written, right? We will be also having the sender's detail written over there, right? Right? So that is what we are having your dumpster diving, and that is why in the organization we are having like the clear desk policy, right? So that we are not going to leave anything inside our desk confidential, right? Or we are not going to leave our laptop open over there. Then after this, we are having your eavesdropping. So in this attack, what the attacker will be doing is he will be trying to listen your credential, right? So for that, let's say we are having two peoples, Patrick, right? And we are having Mukesh, right? So these two peoples, they are talking about some confidential information, right? They are talking about some confidential information over here. So over here, as a attacker, right, he will be coming, right? The attacker will be coming over there, and after that, he will be trying to hear your conversation, whatever thing you guys are talking with each other, right? So that is what we are having your eavesdropping, right? So for the eavesdropping, the attacker, right, he can perform many things, right? For the eavesdropping, the attacker, he can perform many things over there, like he can perform the man in the middle attacks, right? They will be also performing the eavesdropping, right? And right, so that is also a eavesdropping we are having, like the man in the middle attack, right? Where the attacker, he will be simply sitting and he is going to hear whatever thing you guys are talking about, right? Your conversation. Then after this, we are having your shoulder surfing, right? So this is what you can say as a best example for your shoulder surfing, right? So over there, what we are doing is, let's say, like in our school days, right? Let's say we are only having 15 minutes left and we do not know the answer of a particular question. So what we will be doing is we will be looking in our friend's notebook to see the answer of that particular question, right? That is the shoulder surfing, right? Whenever a person is writing anything, and what you will be doing is you are going to watch, right? You are going to see whatever thing is writing over there, right? You guys have also seen in the banks, right? In the ATMs over there, whenever you will be putting your pin, right? So over there, what will be happening is only a single person will be allowed, by the way, inside the bank ATM, right? In a particular period of time, a single person will be allowed over there, right? To mitigate this shoulder surfing we are having, so that the attacker won't be able to see your credential, right? But let's say if, but let's say if in the ATM, the attacker, he was able to get inside, right? The attacker, he was able to get inside over there. So over there, what he will be doing is when you will be writing your credential over there, right? He will be able to see all those information, whatever thing you are writing over there, right? So later on, he will be having the good idea about your pin, your ATM pin you are having, right? So in the shoulder surfing, the attacker, they will be looking for your credential whenever you will be writing from back, from behind over there. Then we are having a piggybacking. So in the piggybacking, what will be happening is the attacker, he will be following a authorized person, right? Let's say this is the organization we are having, right? Which is saying that authorized person only. But inside this piggybacking, this authorized person, right? He's having the idea that he's an attacker, he is having some malicious intention, he is going to harm the organization, but still he's allowing this attacker to get inside the organization, right? The employee is having the concern, right? He is having the concern, he is having the good idea that he is a malicious person, but still he is allowing this malicious person to get inside the organization. That is what known as your piggybacking. Then after this, we are having a tailgating, right? So inside this tailgating, what will be happening is this attacker, right? This tailgater, right? What he will be doing is he is going to follow this authorized person inside the organization, right? So this time, this employee, right? He is not having any idea that someone is following him, right? So without his consent, without his knowledge, someone is trying to get inside the organization by following him. That is what known as your tailgating, right? That is why you guys have also seen like in the metro station, but we are having your turnstile machines, right? And the organization, we are having a man traps, right? So these are the things which we are having for preventing this tailgater to get inside the organization, right? So that is what we are having your tailgating. After this, we are having a baiting. Okay. So in the baiting, what will be happening is the attacker, what they will be doing is they will be dropping like the pen drive, like the SSDs over there, right? In our parking areas of our organization, right? So what will be happening over there is, let's say the employee they will be coming, right? And let's say the employee he will be finding this pen drive over there, right? So what he is going to do is he is going to pick this pen drive, right? He is not picking it because it is having some value, like it will be costly, right? No, because of the size, whatever size it is having over there, no, right? So he's just going to pick this pen drive out of curiosity to see what sort of data it is having inside it, right? And let's say this particular pen drive it is having some auto executable malware, right? If we will be plugging this pen drive inside of a laptop over there, right? What will be happening is that malware it will be getting executed and it is going to compromise our system, right? And since we are connecting it inside the organization, what will be happening over there is the other systems we are having in our network, they might be fall for this, right? They can also get compromised over there due to this malware, right? So that is what we are having your baiting. Then we are having a farming. Okay. So in the farming, what the attacker will be doing is they will be sending some malicious links, right? Or they will be simply hijacking our DNS over there, right? Our domain names, right? So let's say over here, we are having a user, right? And this will be our router over here, right? So what this user will be doing is he will be trying to connect with some website, right? But attacker will be coming and he will be creating, right? He will be modifying our DNS over there, right? He will be performing the attack like your DNS is spoofing over there, and depending upon that, he will be creating a fake website which will be looking like the real one, right? And this is our real website we are having, right? So over here, when this user, right, he will be looking for this real website, right? So his request, it is going to reach this fake website over here, right? Instead of reaching to this real website, his request will be going to this fake website over here, right? So that is what we are having your farming, right? So inside that, the attacker, they can perform your DNS cache poisoning, they can perform the man in the middle attack farming over there, right? And that the attacker they will be modifying our DNS traffic between our user device we are having and between our server we are having, right? And then they will be creating a rogue DNS server, right? Which will be also redirecting this user to the illegitimate website, right? So that is what we are having your farming, right? So if you want to identify farming attack, what do you have to do? You have to look for the unexpected website redirections over there, right? Like if you're trying to look for a legitimate website, but it is continuously, it is redirecting you to some unfamiliar website. So that can be a sign of a farming, right? If your websites, they are, you can say, they are taking lot of time to get load, right? So that can also be the sign that it is a malicious website, because our, you can say, farmed website, they will be oftenly, they will be having a very slower loading time, right? So if you are noticing that a particular website, it is taking a lot of time, right, then it can be a red flag over there, right? And along with that, what you have to do is you have to look for their certificate, their digital certificate over there, if they are having a secure certificate or not, right? If they are being, you can say, verified over browser, right? So it's great. But if they are not getting verified over there, right, our browser, it will be saying that it is harmful not to connect with it, right? So it can be the fraudulent over there, right? So to protect yourself against the farming, what you have to do is you have to use the strong password, you have to enable the two-factor authentication, you have to maintain your updated antivirus over there, right? The anti-malware systems over there, right? You will be regularly updating them, right? Along with that, you have to be cautious on clicking the links in your emails, right? Your messages, right? Which you are receiving from unknown sender, right? Let's say if you will be receiving a mail from a bank, right? So instead of clicking on that particular link, what you guys can do, you guys can also go inside the bank website, right? Because many a time those links, right, they will be forged, right? The attacker, they will be sending us those links. They can be the malicious websites over there, right? If you will be clicking on those links, right? So that is what we are having your farming. Then after this, we are having a Taposquatting, right? It is also known as your URL hijacking over there, right? So in this attack, the attacker, he will be totally depending over the spelling mistake of the user, right? He will be totally depending upon the spelling mistake of a particular user over there. Like, yeah, your alphabet A, right? It is different, right? And this, we are having your A like this, right? And in this, we are having the normal A, right? So let's say over here, this one, it is the legitimate one, but the link you will be getting, it will be having something like this, right? So if we will be directly looking into that, since we are having two different links, that is why we are able to tell that what is the difference we are having in between them. But let's say if we will be only getting this one, right, then over there we won't be able to detect whether it is a original site or the fake one, right? So that is what we are having the URL hijacking or the tapo squatting, right? For that, let me show you something over here. Like we are having a bank with the name ICICI, right? So many a time what we are doing is by mistake, right? We will be giving one more IOCI over there, right? And we are hitting the enter. What it is doing is it is opening the real bank website for us, which will be looking same to this, right? So inside this, we will be trying to log in, right? And over there, we will be giving our credential, and what will be happening is our credential, it will be shared with the attacker. For that, we are having a tool with the name URL crazy. If I will be hitting the enter, then it is going to show us the domain, right? Which is having the similar name like this, right? It is saying that it has found 2000 host name to process, So let's see what sort of information it will be giving to us, right? So let's leave it running over here, right? Later on, we will be looking what sort of result we are getting inside it, right? So that is what we are having your Typosquatting. After this, we are having this watering hole attack. So inside this watering hole attack, right, the attacker they will be attacking, right? The attacker they will be attacking on some specific groups of peoples, right, by compromising the websites which they commonly visit, right? So this name over here, your watering hole, it comes from the idea, right, that the hackers they are lurking inside the websites waiting to infect the users who will be visiting them, right? So that is what our watering hole attack, right? So in the very first, what the attacker will be doing is they are going to identify the websites that are very popular among their target audience, right? The victims over there, right? So it can be our industry specific websites we are having, the social media pages we are having, or some any other types of websites, right, which are accessed frequently by our victim over there, right? After that, the attackers they will be trying to gain the access to that particular website over there, right? And inside it they will be injecting their malicious code inside our infrastructure or inside that particular website's infrastructure, right? Now that particular code it can be hidden in various ways which will be making it very difficult for the administrator to detect it, the website administrator to detect it over there, right? Then after this, right, whenever a user he will be visiting that particular compromised website, right, that particular malware it will be getting executed, right, and then it will be also installing a malware inside the victim system, right? It will be stealing his personal information, right, or simply it can redirect him to some phishing websites over there, right? So previously we were having your attack, your SEA, right? So inside that we were having your watering hole attack, right? So that your SEA, what they have done is they have you can say launched an attack, right, which was your watering hole attack against the websites of your several media organization. Right. For that, what they were doing is they were injecting the malicious code inside their websites, right? And later on, they were getting triggered whenever the user they were clicking on a specific link inside it, right? So that code which they have used is that was a you can say malicious code, right? A malware, right? And it was also getting transferred inside the victim system, right? And later on, the attacker, right? They were getting the full access of the victim system over there, right? They can steal the data of those users who were visiting that particular website over there, right? So that is what we are having your watering hole attack. Now to prevent this watering hole attack or to protect ourselves from the watering hole attack, we have to only use the secure websites, right, that are trustable, reputable over there, right? We have to avoid clicking on the links or opening the attachment from your unknown senders, right? We have to keep our software up to date, right? We have to be cautious online, right? We have to cautious about you can say different types of suspicious activities in our system we are getting, like unusual pop-ups, redirects, or some unusual changes to our home pages over there, right? So these all can be the sign of a malware infection over there, right? Along with that, we have to stay informed about the latest cybersecurity threats we are having, trends we are having, which will be helping us to identify the potential watering hole attack and how can we protect from it. Then after this, we are having the next attack with the name lunchtime attack, right? Or it is also known as your opportunistic attack over there, right? So in this, what will be happening is the attacker, he will be taking the advantage of our unattended system, right? Workstation over there to access the sensitive information over there, or to calm or to cause harm to our system over there, right? So these types of attack commonly they will be occurring at the time of your lunchtime or some other periods whenever our employees they are away from their desk, right? They are leaving their computer unlocked and vulnerable like this, right? You can see the system, it is unlocked over here, right? So after that, what will be happening is the attacker, he will be coming, right? He is going to steal the sensitive data, the login credential, the financial information, the information about the intellectual properties, right? And all those things because our system it is not logged, right? Then he can also install the malwares like your spywares, your keyloggers to capture the sensitive data whenever we will be tapping them or whenever we will be opening them to gain the unauthorized access, right? To gain the remote access of our system over there, right? Along with that, your lunchtime attack, they can also tamper your system settings, they can delete the files, or they can install some rogue software to disrupt your operations, right? Or to cause your data loss over there. Then after this, we are having your identity theft, right? So in this, what the attacker will be doing is they are going to steal your PII, your personally identifiable information, and then they will be pretending to be you, right? So that is what your identity theft we are having. Then we are having a deepfakes. So in this deepfake, right, the attackers they are going to combine the artificial intelligence with their machine learning, right, to manipulate our video or the audio, right? For that, they will be using some powerful tools, right, for the social engineering, right? So inside that, what they can do is they can create some, you can say, content, the convincing or some misleading content, right, which can be used to manipulate our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. Right. So for that, the attacker, what they will be doing is they will be creating the fake videos, the fake audios over there, right, which will be looking realistic, right? So over there, those videos they will be saying something, right? Or they will be doing something over there, but the original person he has never done those things before, right? So these sort of videos they can be also used to spread some misinformation to damage our reputation or even to block or blackmail a individual over there, right? So that is what we are having your deep fake, right? Like previously, a deepfake video, it came into the surface of your Joe Biden, right? He was like making a racist mark over there, right? So over here, this particular incident, right? It is giving us the idea, right? It is giving us the idea that we need for increased awareness over there, the educations about the deepfakes, right? As well as the development for the more effective detection method for them, right? So that is what we are having the deep fake, right? So over here, as you can see, we are having the different domain name, parliament.uk, right? So over here, if we will be giving a single, you can say extra layer over there, right? So we might be getting the fake site which will be looking like the original one, but if we will be giving our credential inside it, right, then our credential it will be, you can say, consumed by the attacker over there, right? So that is what we are having this deepfakes and your Taposquatting. Then over here, okay, so this is the incident we are having from your Bangalore, right? So I guess everyone likes to order the food from your Swiggy and Zomato. So what do you say, guys? Are we getting any customer care number of Swiggy, or we are getting a chat box where we will be filing our complaint inside it, then we will be getting the reply. And if the things they will be getting escalated over there, right, what will be happening is the peoples from your Swiggy, they will be the one who will be calling us, right? So what happened over there is, let's say this is our victim, right? So what she was doing is she was uh, ordering something from the Swiggy, right? And later on she received her package, her food package. But inside this particular package over here, she was not having the item which she has ordered over there. Right. So now after that she was very furious, right? She was she was looking for the number, your customer care number of your Swiggy inside the internet over there, right? So over here, she just found a customer care number of your Swiggy, right? But these are our attackers, right? These are our attackers over here, right? So just our victim, she has just found the customer care number over here. What she was doing is you can see quickly, she was having a call with our customer care to whom our victim, she was thinking that she is talking with the support over there, the organization peoples over there, right? But these are our attackers, right? Now the attackers, they were very calmly handling the situation, right? The lady, she was very furious, but over here our attackers, they were saying that ma'am, you are our loyal customer, and because of this you have faced these much of troubles over here. So what we can do is we can refund your money, right? Along with that, what we will be doing is you can keep the order which you have received previously, and after that you will be receiving the new order over here, right? And for that you do not have to pay any amount of money over there, right? So after this, she was having the communication with this attacker, right? She was very furious, and the attackers, they were handling the situation very calmly, right? And after that, what they said is, since ma'am, this is the problem from our end, so what we will be doing is we are going to pay you 1,000 rupees over here, and this food, it was costing around your 600 rupees. So what do you say? Is it looking like a jackpot? Too good to be true over here, right? So after that, the attackers, they were saying that ma'am, we are going to send you a big amount of money for the confirmation. We will be sending you 1 rupee, right? After that, the attackers, they sended 1 rupee to this victim. Now after that, this victim, she was having the full confidence that with whoever whom she is having the communication, he is a legitimate person, right? So after that, the attackers, they said that ma'am, we are going to send you 999. For that you will be receiving a mail over there, right? Or you will be receiving a message over there, right? Like the OTPs we are having, done push notifications we are having, right? So over there, that lady, she received a OTP, right? She received a OTP over there, right? And then she shared that particular OTP with the attacker, right? So that is what we are having in this attack, right? So in your first half hour, right, around your 70,000 rupees were gone, and in the next half hour, around your 80,000 rupees were gone, right? So over there, approx in an 1 hour, right, she lost around your 1.8 lakh rupees, right? So that is what we are having the attack. Okay. So guys, whenever we are receiving an email, right? Whenever we are receiving an email, what we have to do is we have to look over there, right? Like whatever address we are getting inside it, right? The name we are getting over there, whether it is matching with it or not, right? Along with that, you can see we are getting some generic greeting like your dear sir, madam, right? And along with that, we are also finding an attachment, right? They are also providing us this payment advice over there, right? They are also sending this payment advice written over there, right? Which is like an unexpected payment alert we are getting inside it, right? So guys, whenever we will be receiving the mail, right, we have to look for the greeting, right? We have to check whether that particular sender is our familiar person or not, right? If he is a familiar person, then it can be a chance that we will be getting like this, right? But in the normal scenario, we won't be getting your dear written over there or your valued customer we are getting, right? So these are our generic uh, greetings we are having, which we have to look for, right? And along with that, we have to look whether that particular message it is being disguised as something expected, like a shipment or the payment notification or not. Because oftenly these are the types of mail which will be having, right, which will be containing some malware sites inside it. Right, so for that, what we have to do, we have to hover our mouse over all these links we will be getting inside the mail, right? And we have to make sure that those mails they are safe over there, right? We have to think before you click, right? Then what we have to do is we have to also watch out for your message who are asking for our personal information like our account number, the social security number, the personal information like our account number, and many more, right? We have to also look for the poor grammatical, right? We have to also look for your poor grammaticals or grammars inside our phishing email over there, right? So the best thing what we can do is we can hover over our mouse, right? We can hover our mouse over these links, right? And from there we will be getting the idea whether it is a legitimate way, right, to get access of it or not, right? So that is what we are having your phishing emails. Then after that, what we have to do, right? We have to also check the signature we are getting inside that, right? In addition to our greeting, in addition to our phishing emails over here, right? We have to also look for the signature, right? Whether this particular signature it is your accurate or not, right? Because the legitimate businesses they will be always having accurate contact details, right, inside their signature, right? So if a message signature it is looking incomplete, right, and the sender's name and the contact information they are also missing from the signature, right, so it can be also the sign of your phishing attack, right? We do not have to download any attachments from there, right? Because what we are having some services, some malicious services like your uh, ransomware as a service. We are having our spammers, right? And they are going to distribute the malwares inside our system, right? Then we do not have to trust the from address, right? We do not have to trust the from address because as you can see over here, right? As you can see over here, inside this, what we are having is we are having this Frank Thomas, right? The name it is saying that it is your Frank Thomas, right? But inside this address, what it is saying that Frank Thomas at example.com, right? So over here, because of a payload for our ransomware, it has been, you can say, gone very up, right? Even you can say one successful ransomware attack, it can let our spammer large amount of money, right? So that is what we are having our phishing emails over there. Then after this, we are having your reporting and responding to your phishing. Okay. So over here, what we are having is we are having a mail, right? So inside this, what we will be doing is we will be looking the original of it, right? Click on the show original, right? So after this, it is going to give us all the information, right? It will be giving us all the information about this mail, right? So for that, we can look inside the header we are having of our mail, right, which will be providing us the metadata about our email, right, the senders and the recipient email address over there, right. It can provide us the information about the date and time, right, the subject, right, when was the email was sent over there, right. So all those information we can get from our header, right. Along with that, if I will be writing com, right. So from here you can also see the domain name, whether it is going to connect us through some malicious website or not, right? It can provide us the information through which you can say the servers, our email has been passed over there, right? And this is the raw format we are having our email over here, right? So all those information we can get from this show original, right? It will be, you can say, also showing us the source code, right? Our email, if it is containing the HTML or it is having some other markup language over there, then with the help of them, we can also look inside the source code we are having. Now, to report this mail as your phishing, you just need to click on these three dots we are having, and then you can just click on report phishing. And then what will be happening is it is saying that if you believe this message is phishing attack, you can report it to our abuse team and help us thwart this attack and other like it. Reporting this message as an attack will send the entire message to our team for review. Right. So once we will be clicking on this report phishing message, what it will be doing is it will be sending, right, it will be sending it as your phishing to the team over there, and then they will be analyzing and they will be telling us whether it is a phishing mail or not, right. So that is what we are having here inside the Gmail, right. We can also do inside our, you can say, Office 365 we are having, we can do inside our Outlook, right. Then after that we are having some sites to report our phishing email, right? We are having some sites for reporting the phishing attempts over here, like we are having our APWG, right? Your anti-phishing working group, right? It will be also helping us to, you can say, report the, you can say, phishing email over there, right? We are having your ACSC, right? We are having your Internet Crime Complaint Center, your IC3, which is from your USA, like we are having your CERT, right? Which is our Computer Emergency Response Team, right? Along with that, we are having our NCRP, right? Your National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal we are having, right? You guys can also use it, to report any cybercrime over there, right? Along with that, we are also having our anti-fraud center, India, Indian anti-fraud center, right? So inside these places, what we can do is we can report, right? We can report any phishing mail over there, right? Along with that, if we have, you can say, getting any cyber crime, right? We can also report inside them, right? So these are the different places we are having where we can actually report the cyber crimes, the frauds, right? Now, after this, like from starting, we are saying that the attacker, what they will be doing is they will be trying to get our credential, right? For that, they will be creating the website which will be looking like the or real one, right? So let me show you how they will be creating that. So for that, we are having this tool, SE Toolkit, your social engineering toolkit, right? From here, we will be selecting the first option because we want to perform the social engineering attack over here. Then from this menu, we will be selecting the website attack vector. If you want to go with the spear phishing, if you want to perform the mass mailing, create payload and listener, and many more, right? So from here, we will be selecting like the website attack vector, right? Now from here, we will be choosing the webjacking attack method, right? We are going to clone a particular site. Second, right? Now it will be asking for the receiver's address, right? When our tool, right, what it will be doing is it is going to capture the credential about the victim, then it is asking for the address where it has to send those information, right? So over here, this is the default IP address of my machine I'm having, right? By default it is getting selected, so I will be hitting enter. Now it will be asking the URL to clone. Then over here I will be writing GitHub, sign in, copy, and hit enter. Okay, so it has been started. Now I will be copying my IP address and I will be putting it into the browser. Okay, so it is showing me my page. No worries. I will be creating another tab. Sudo su kali. So these are the things that are happening because over here I have done some changes inside my host file. Nano etc hosts. I hope it is not going to show me. Okay, let me show you whether my server is working or not. Service Apache 2 status. Yeah. Let me try it with my different version of Kali or Parrot. So with the help of this, what we will be doing is we are going to create the login page which will be looking same as this GitHub, right? Along with that, what we will be also doing over here is I will be also showing you the example, right? What we are getting in our, you can say, the third party websites, right? The links which we are getting in our, you can say, the torrent over there. So let's see. Okay, so over here, this is our terminal, sudo su. Copy, and I will be pasting it over here. Enter, and now copy your IP address and go back to your terminal. Put it and hit enter. Okay, so over here, as you can see, we are getting this notification which is saying that the site this has moved. Click here to go to the new location. So have you guys seen something like this? Like mostly in the third party application sites or from, right? Generally what is happening is our websites, right, who are performing the piracy and all those things, what they will be doing is they will be continuously changing their domain name over there, right? So over here, as you can see, this is quite long, right? If you want to make it short, right? So for that, what you can do, like we are having the tiny URL, right? Inside this, you can put your URL and it is going to shorten. So this is my real website and this is the fake one which our application has just created. So what do you say? Are we having any difference between these two websites over here? Right? So normally what we are doing is whenever we are visiting any website, right? We are not looking into the URL, right? What we will be looking is we will be looking into the content we are having. We will be looking inside the page over there, whether it is looking your legitimate or not, right? We are not looking into the URL. Along with the URL, if you will be looking into the padlock, right? It is saying that connection not secure, right? It is saying that you are not securely connected to this site, right? Your connection to this site is not private. Information you submit could be viewed by others like password, messages, credit card, etc. Right? So over here, if I will be giving the name, the username and the password, your Sai, and I will be clicking on your okay, right? Then if we will be coming back inside our box, right? So over here, what will be happening is we will be able to find the credential which we have given over there, right? We will be able to find the credential inside this, right? If we will be, you can say, closing it, what it is going to do is it is again going to show us the menu. But when we will be completely closing this social engineering toolkit, right? What it is going to do is along with that, it will be also creating, right? It will be also creating a report for us, right? Which will be having the full information about the credentials. Okay, so over here, my extensions, they are giving me the error, right? So what I have to do is I have to, you can say, disable all the extension I have enabled over here, the privacy I have enabled over here, right? But this is how the attackers, they are creating fake, the fake page, which is looking like the real one, right? So this is what we are having of a social engineering toolkit.